Chamatkar Sandhu here at Cage Warrior 64 post-fight with Jake Bostwick, who just defeated Boubacar Balde by unanimous decision victory. First of all, Jake, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And how do you think about your performance tonight?
I'm quite happy with it. I thought I could have finished it, to be honest, at a couple stages. I kind of rushed in, I wobbled him and I rushed it in, but he's a very tough guy, and middleweight isn't my weight class, but I thought, I'll get in there at middleweight. But, it just stood out that, middleweight's a bit big. But, he gave me a great fight. Could have finished it, but yeah, I'm still happy with my performance.
How much did you know about Balde before taking this fight?
I knew he was a striker, not too much of a ground specialist. I knew he had a good takedown defence. To be honest, I found taking him down wasn't the end of the world, He was very strong. By the mid of the second, end of the second round, it was, I was getting a bit tired. But yeah, I knew he was a striker and I knew he would give it to me, and he hit me with some hard shots and I hit him with some hard shots. So.
What was the reason behind taking a fight at middleweight for you?
I was just a bit big from Christmas. A few people keep saying it. I had my fight in Oman in Jordan in December, and I went a bit crazy over Christmas, eat, and I went up to like 98, 99 kilos. I was a big guy for a welterweight. That's a bit big. So I was like, do you know what? Get me a reasonable middleweight that wants to stand and trade. Give myself a bit of a war, put on a good show, and I hope that's what I gave everyone.
Well, you definitely gave everyone that. That was definitely many considered to be fight of the night. We'll see officially where that stands, but from the media perspective and the fans' perspective, that was definitely fight of the night. I wanted to actually ask you, do you ever have a game plan going into a fight? Or do you just... Because a fight like that, it's hard to see where the game plan is or how you're trying to implement a game plan.
The game plan was stand and trade a little bit, chop down with the low kicks, and just try and take him apart because he kind of squats low. I thought, I could smash that low kick. And to be honest, I didn't really set it up. I was throwing single leg low kicks rather than setting up a couple jabs on the way in. But, the game plan was to say, hit him, chop him down, and kind of see what happens. If he hit me or hurt me, maybe rush him, wrestle him down, just to try and survive, get out of it. Which kind of happened at one point. I rushed it, took him down when I could have just traded and let my hands go because I was doing well with my hands. But yeah, the game plan was just hit him and keep moving, really.
What's it been like working with Kedal in preparation for this fight?
It's been really well. We worked some great combinations. With my style, I throw a lot of hooks, which again I dropped him a couple of times with them. That's my thing. Yeah, just simple hand combinations. I've been going southpaw also, and I didn't go southpaw in the fight. I didn't really think about it, but Kedal works really well with me, so we get on. He's a great friend, great coach. Been with him many years.
Brilliant. Well, obviously, looking at your kind of MMA record, it's almost like a football match. It's like a game of two halves. The first half of your MMA career didn't go, quite like you'd wanted it to, but this second half of your MMA career is fantastic. This is like your 7th win in a row. Yep. What's it come down to?
You know what? I was very young when I started MMA. 16 to be precise, and that's not good, but I used to blag my date of birth to actually fight pro rules, you have to be 18. And I was knocking people out at 16 years old, I've just been a striker, from when I was young. And then I got on a losing streak, and then I think I kind of made it back when I was like 21, 2021, I was kind of like, I've really got to sort myself out. I tell you what, and it was from when I fought Denniston Sutherland the first time. I went to war, had a 3-round war, and I won by split decision. And it was kind of like, I think this is for me. And it only was then at the turning point in my career, I was like, I think I can actually do this as a job. And now I train full time, and then I fought him again, I knocked him out. I fought Jermaine, I knocked him out. And it was like, I took the welterweight and the middleweight title at UCMMA, and I was like, okay, this is me, And then I kind of took a step back, got my head on straight, and was like, right, I'm going to train full time, twice a day, 3 times a day, and make it my thing. So 21, 22 years old was my turning point to know that this is me, this is my job.
Well, obviously the proof's in the pudding. You're fighting here in the main event of Cage Warriors, in the main card.
It was a co-main event.
Well, I meant the main card. You're fighting in the main card of Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
You're on a win streak. I mean, how far can you go this year?
Who knows? I want to get 3-4 fights in this year. I've had one. So, if I get another 3, another 4 fights, who knows what's next? I don't want to go calling out people and say I want this, I want that. I just play it by ear, see what they offer me. If it's going to be a good fight, good match-up, make it good for everyone else, then we just step by step, man, take it from there.
Well, you've got one of the best win streaks in Cage Warriors period right now, especially in your weight class. Well, even though this was a middleweight fight, but how many more wins do you think it would take for you to get maybe a number 1 contenders fight, or maybe even a title shot?
It's hard to say, because there's people out there that I think, you don't deserve a title shot, and there's people that I think, yeah, no, you do. Play it by ear. Again, I'm not going to go blow my own trumpet. I'm doing well as it is. I'm just going to take my time step by step.
Well, with performances like that, you're on a win streak. I'm sure the fans are definitely behind you to see you get a title shot or at least get into a main event again for Cage Warriors. But finally, is there anyone that you'd like to personally thank? I'm sure there's a massive team behind the scenes.
Yeah, I want to thank Team Titan, Mickey Pappas for special. He's our head coach down there. Double K Gym with Kieran Kedal, obviously my striking coach. Big thank you to my dad, always supporting me, helping me my weight cut. Really pushed me through a lot of things, and just all my friends and family, everyone that's come down to support me. There's people that couldn't turn up, that don't really care, say that your mate going to come and support me, but nah. Big thank you to my friends and family that are here supporting me. Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations on that victory, and I'm sure we'll find out very, very soon if that is going to be fight of the night. I hope it is, because that's a fantastic performance by you and also by Balde to put a performance like that on.
It takes two to tango, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we'll see you very, very, very soon in the cage again.
Soon, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.